Hey, what's going on, everybody? 757 series back in with another 1/400 scale monitor review, and this time is the Gemini Jets JetBlue A220-300. I know quite a few people were anticipating this plane, really wanted this one. Kind of surprised it took them this long to release it, but it's finally here, and I gotta say, it is a very, very nice plane. And from being on it, because just this past weekend on Monday, I just flew on one between Minneapolis and Boston, and back in March, I flew on it from Boston to Minneapolis in the reverse direction. I gotta say, the A220 is probably my favorite narrow body right now to fly on. It is just truly just incredible to fly on this thing. As much as an av geek as I am with the with louder engines, but it's truly insane how quiet this thing is. Because both times I sat in 4F flying on it, and it is just insanely quiet. Just a really, really cool plane. But yeah, let's just quickly go over the box. I'll get that done and over with. All right, but so yeah, the 2D plane here, A220 JetBlue. If you'd like to pause this, you're more than welcome to read it. What the plane would be. 2023 release, obviously. The one thing I wish what Gemini did with the JetBlue releases, they used to customize their boxes to what the JetBlue tail was, and they don't do that anymore. They stopped that with the release of the JetBlue 321 back a long time ago, I believe in 2014. That's when they stopped doing them, but it would be nice if they went back to that. All right, let's start off with the front. The name of the plane is Dreaming of a Blue Era. Then you get the Fly logo right here. JetBlue, jetblue.com, and on the inside of the engines, they got jetblue.com as well. Then you got the registration, which is November 3044 Juliet. Then right below that, they have the Airbus A220-300 logo. And only on the A220s, A321 LRs, they have the tail on the winglet. And I'm sure y'all well aware, this is the Hops tail, and I believe it is representing them with the connecting flights from the last time I heard of what this tail is supposed to represent, the connecting flights that they do. But here's the front view of the plane. Very nice. Once we get to this side, the only defect of the plane, which is not terrible, but it's a little annoying still. As you can see, right underneath the E in the JetBlue, they have a little blue streak. Looks like some of the decal bled through. Try to get this to focus a little bit better. Yeah, you can see the blue bled a little bit through. Not terrible, but obviously it's still a little annoying, but it's not too terrible. But you get to this side, you get the 2 cargo bin doors, registration once again. You get to the belly of the plane, you got your main gear, APU hatch, nose gear hatch, and all that. Just a really, honestly, Gemini did a pretty good job on this one. The one thing that I will complain about the Gemini A220 mold is I believe the nose gear is still just a little too tall. And I believe the windows should be bigger, because the windows on here are just a little small for the cockpit. But other than that, though, it's still a really nice plane. I think some of you may say, like, oh, there's too much wing flex. I don't think so, because the A220 kind of has a high wing flex in how it is anyway. So I don't think there's any issues with that at all. But yeah, it's a really nice plane. Highly recommend it. Great for really any JetBlue collector, East Coast, especially if you're doing Boston, because that's where I believe most of these are based out of, in Boston. But yeah, let's just go over some information about JetBlue as always. Founded in August 1998 and commenced operations in February 11th, 2000, which was 23 years ago. Obviously, they got focus cities in Boston, Fort Lauderdale, Los Angeles, New York, JFK, Orlando, and San Juan, and a fleet size of 287 aircraft. Out of Philadelphia, they only fly to Boston. It's a kind of a shame because we used to fly to Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Tampa, San Juan, Fort Myers, and Orlando. I would love to get that Orlando and Fort Lauderdale service back, but we'll see what happens with this whole Spirit JetBlue merger, even if it goes through. But their fleet consists of 15 A220-300s with an additional 85 on order. Again, I got to fly on 2 of these planes. So they got 25 even more space seats with 115 regular economy for a total of 140 seats, and they're replacing the E190s. They got 130 A320s, 63 A321s, 6 A321 LRs with an additional 8 on order, 24 A321 Neos with 35 on order, 13 A321 XLRs on order, and 48 E190s. The E190s are obviously in the retirement phase and should be gone by 2025. So I got to fly on a 190 with JetBlue on Monday, because my American flight got delayed and just kept delaying, so I switched it over to the JetBlue flight at 3:30, and I could definitely see why they need they're going to be getting retired. They never updated the interiors of the aircraft, and it's definitely a very, very aging product. It's just not the greatest, because it didn't matter to me, because Boston to Philadelphia is a very short flight, like 50 minutes to an hour. The TV screen on mine didn't work. Again, I didn't really care too much, because again, it's a quick flight. But I noticed there was a couple rows of it not working. So it's unfortunate to see them go, because the E190 is a really cool looking plane. It's a really nice plane. But they're just very expensive to operate. And the A220 is very cost efficient. So it makes sense that they're going. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. Really nice plane. Highly recommend that you all get it. I'm sure this plane is probably going to go pretty quick, because a lot of people sought after this plane. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.